Hello, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I'm going to be making a chocolate cake recipe that I found, I don't know, beginning of 2020. And I come across it scrolling through something online, but it was called chocolate depression cake. And they used to do it back in the Depression when they were low on things and they only had certain items. So in front of me, I have 1.5 cups of flour. I have 1 cup of sugar. I have 1/4 cup unsweetened cocoa powder. This one is the dark cocoa. I have 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I have 1 teaspoon of salt. I have 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. You could also use regular vinegar. I have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I have 6 tablespoons of oil. You can use whichever oil you prefer. This one I'm using is avocado oil. And I have 1 cup of cooled brewed coffee, or you can use water. And that's 1 cup. I don't know if I said that. You can also add chocolate chips if you desire. This cake, it cooks at 375 degrees in a 8x8 pan, square or round. I greased the pan already. I already preheated the oven. And now let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to put my flour, my sugar, my cocoa, my baking soda, and my salt. And I am going to whisk them together really good. Try to get any clumps out. You can sift this with a sifter if you want, which I probably should have done to get clumps out, but Alright, so with this cake, you make 3 little depression holes. You'll need 1 good size, a couple smaller ones. Alright, I'm going to put my apple cider vinegar in 1 hole. My vanilla in another hole. My oil in another hole. The reason why I'm using coffee, because coffee actually helps bring out the flavor in chocolate. Alright, so I'm going to pour that in. Oops. And I am going to bring them together. And you'll mix it till it's nice and smooth. This is not a very sweet cake at all. It is actually one of my favorites. I haven't made another chocolate cake recipe since I found this one. You can double it if you want to make 2 cakes. Yeah, if you were making a birthday cake or whatever. All right, let's see. That's what it looks like. See if it's in the shot. Let's turn this a little bit. There we go. Use this to try and get this off, but all right. And that's what it looks like. And I am going to bake this for 35 minutes, give or take a couple of minutes, but usually 35 minutes in my oven is pretty good for me. All right, I'll be back then. And I'm back. Okay, it took a total of 37 minutes today. It came out toothpick clean after an extra 2 minutes. I'm going to let this cool down fully, and then you can top it with whatever kind of frosting or powdered sugar or whatever you want. You could just eat it the way it is. It's great the way it is. Normally I take some semi-sweet chocolate chips or some milk chocolate chips, melt them and spread it over, or you can just drizzle it over, and use that instead, and that gives the cake a little bit more of a sweetness if you want it. But the combination of it is not just overly sweet like a lot of cake mixes are, and I don't like an overly sweet cake. So when I found this and I made it, that was it for me. So when this is fully cooled off, I will come back, and it may be tomorrow because it's kind of late tonight. I will come back and I will show you the next step of just melting some chocolate chips or whatever. I may do that off camera because it's no big deal. And we'll come back and we'll have a taste. All right, so I will probably be back on in the morning to finish this video off. And for you, it'll be just 1 second. So I will be back in the morning and hope you have a good night. And see you then. All right, I'm back. Since I'm still awake and it's nice and cooled, I decided to do it tonight. All right, so I got half a cup of semi-sweet chocolate and chips and half a cup of milk chocolate chips, and I just melted them together. And oops, making a mess. Oh, it's hot. All right, so I'm going to try and, without burning myself and making too much of a mess, I'm going to try and ouch, hot, get this poured on and spread out. And I'm still making a mess. All right, put this over by the sink. All right. And I'm gonna spread it out the best I can and as evenly as I can. Now I do keep it in the pan. Oh, that's why I cooked it in a glass pan. I don't even know if I'm keeping it all in the frame. All right. And I guess and then I just leave it to pretty much almost, you know, it kind of hardens up. It's not like your normal frosting. But once it cools off, it takes a little bit. And then I mean, it's cool now. You can eat it now, or you can just wait until it kind of hardens up on it. But yeah, that's the chocolate cake recipe that I found a while ago that they used to make back in the early 1900s when it was Depression time. And I guess we'll wait up till tomorrow since it's kind of in the middle of the night before we taste it. And I'll cover it up for, you know, and okay, so be back in the morning. And to you would be 1 second. All right, have a good night. All right, so it's the next day. And we are going to cut into this. I guess a taste. That is what it looks like. so good. Been dying for this all morning. That is so good. Nice and chocolatey, not too sweet. It is very good. I really hope you try it. Like I said, you could do anything for the frosting that you want. It's all your choice. But let's get one more bite. That's very good. I hope you try it and like it. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.